Good morning, Year 2. This video is for our Year 2 children that have got the Year 1 Key Stage 1 English Comprehension book. Okay, so we have started a new book now, and today we're going to be looking at page 6. So make sure that you've got your whiteboard at the ready, your pen, your book open on page 6, and you are ready for Stand and Smart, Stand and Sitting, our last week of home learning. Okay, so today it says on my board, my learning question says, can I read a clue and show my understanding of what I have read? What's a clue? Have a little chat with your grown-up about what a clue is. Okay, so today I've got lots of clues so that you can guess what I'm thinking. So a clue is giving you a little snippet of information, an idea about something. So I've got lots of clues for you, and you've got to guess what Mrs. Wood is thinking. Okay, this morning you've got to read my clues. So I've got a clue on the board, and my clue is a sentence about an animal, and you're going to guess what my animal is. So let's read it together. Let's get our reading fingers at the ready. So let's read together. I've got a tricky word here. Mrs. Wood's pet has. Got a long word here. Whiskers. I've got our phase 5 for wheel and our phase 3 as in rub. Mrs. Wood's pet has whiskers. Write down on your whiteboard which animal Mrs. Wood has got hiding behind here. So I've given you my clue, a little snippet of information to give you a clue about what I'm thinking. Mrs. Wood's pet has whiskers. What do you think's hiding behind here? Have a look at my sentence again, and let's have a look. Were you correct? Did you write the answer down correctly on your whiteboard? Mrs. Wood's pet has whiskers, and my pet is a cat. And I have got a cat at home. I've got a very fat, fluffy cat called Stevie. Okay, let's have a look at Mrs. Wood's next clue. So make sure you've got your detective reading eyes on and your reading hat on, and let's read Mrs. Wood's next clue. So have a look with your grown-up. Use your reading finger. Okay, now there is a tricky word in there. So I haven't used pet this time. Okay, let's have a look together. This time, Mrs. Wood has used the word animal. My animal, my animal has arch, and I've got our silent E here. We've got our R for car. My animal has a large trunk. What could the animal that I'm thinking of be behind here? My animal has a large trunk, and my word trunk has got our blends tra and unk in. Trunk. So write down on your whiteboard. This is a tricky one. You may need some help writing this word on your whiteboard, as it's quite a difficult spelling. So which animal is Mrs. Wood thinking of? My animal has a large trunk. Now, large is a tricky word as well, because large sounds like J for jelly, but it's actually the letter G, and the letter G is making the J for jelly sound. So write down on your whiteboard the animal that you think I've got hiding behind here. Shall we look together? Did you guess correctly? An elephant. So Mrs. Wood was thinking of an elephant. So today we're reading clues, and we've got to test how well we've understood what we've read by seeing if we can guess the correct picture. Okay, the next one. So we've got tricky word, my. The last word that we looked at together, can you know what we said this word was? Animal. My animal has black, and and then I've got a split diagraph here. This is quite difficult, where the magic E changes the I sound to its capital sound. My animal has black and white stripes, and I've got another split diagraph here. Otherwise, if I hadn't got my magic E, it would say strips. My animal has black and white stripes. Which animal do you know has got black and white stripes? Can you guess what's under here? Write down your whiteboard with your grown-ups' help. My animal has black and white stripes. Are you ready? Let's see if you're correct. Mrs. Ward was thinking of a zebra. So my final clue. So quite a simple sentence this time. Have a go with your reading finger and your grown-up. So it started with the same tricky words. So decode my sentence. Think about what my sentence is saying. Can you use that clue and understand what you've read to guess what's underneath my screen, which picture, which animal? Okay, let's read it together. My pet is all. Small is quite a tricky word, so if we break it up, we've got sm as our blend and the word all, small, and fl or e. And here, the letter Y at the end is making the E sound. My pet is small and fluffy. Now, this could be lots of things. What do you think my pet is? Write it down on your whiteboard. My pet is small and fluffy. What could it be? My pet is small and fluffy. Did you get it correct? Have you written it on your whiteboard? Don't forget to take a photograph and send me in some photographs, and I can see if you guessed correctly. Okay. I was thinking of a hamster. My pet is small and fluffy. Okay. So today, in your activity on page 6, you're looking at this page, and the title is Find the Pet. So what you've got to do is read each speech bubble and understand what you have read by matching it with the correct pet, a little bit like what Mrs. Wood has done on the board. Okay, so each speech bubble is giving you a clue. So remember what a clue means, and then you've got to match it with the correct picture. Okay, but before we do our activity, let's have a little look at some tricky words that you might come across today. So grab your pencil and we're going to circle these words and discuss what they say, what they mean. So I picked out 4 tricky words from this text today. So 4 words that I think you will find tricky or might find difficult. And the first one is our phase 2 tricky word, my. So can you circle in the text, in each speech bubble, everywhere you can see the word my? So circle the word my in each sentence that you can see it. And we have to train our brain with tricky words. So a tricky word is all about training our brain to remember it. We can't sound them out, we've just got to know them. Okay. The next one, I think, is a very tricky word, because if I sound this word out, it sounds like watter. Water? Water isn't a word. This word is water, and it's got our grapheme at the end, an E and an R makes So can you circle in the text where you can see the word water? Water. So our tricky words so far, we've circled my and water. Okay, the next 2 words that I think are a little bit difficult. The next one is ow, and I think this is difficult because I know that you haven't learned this grapheme for ow yet. You've only learned OW, and we can also write the ow sound as O and U out for cloud. So ow, and we've got our blend and around. Can you circle in your work where you can see the word around? Ow, and around. So we show circles so far. My, water, and around. And my final tricky word that I would like you to find is this word here. The word fly. Because if I look at that word and try and sound it out, flee. It looks like flee. Flee. I. And here the letter Y is making the I sound. Fly. So can you find in the text the word fly? Okay, once you've completed your activity and you've matched each sentence to the correct animal, Mrs. Wood's got a challenge for you, okay? And I would like you to send me 3 clues of your own. So, Mrs. Wood's challenge, can you write 3 clues for Mrs. Wood to solve? So, I would like you to write 3 clues of 3 animals, or it could be any kind of object or anything that you're thinking in your head. And I've got to guess what your clue is. What are you trying to describe to me? What are you telling me about without putting it in the sentence? Okay, so you might choose 3 animals, 3 objects, 3 of your favourite food. Describe it in a sentence. Okay, so my food has, my pet has, okay, my toy has, and Mrs. Wood will see if she can guess it. So be sure to send me an email on the Year 2 email of your clues. Okay, Year 2, well done. Remember, it is our last week of home learning. Let's give it our best, ready for our return next week. Bye-bye.